on a mass ratio, okay, if you take 0.21 moles of O2 we had on the previous page, right, and we multiply by 32G, what's 32G per mole? That would be the molecular weight, great, of O2, correct. So that turns out to be 6.72 grams of oxygen. So we're just doing the basics, then we'll get into the calculation shortly. Then what you have here too is nitrogen. We do the same thing. We got 0.7 moles, okay. You get basically multiplied by 2.8, and that is supposed to be, there's the first one, okay, that's supposed to be 0.79. Okay, that comes from your material. See this correction? See this 0.7 is supposed to be 0.79. All right, because 0.79 plus 0.21. Sorry for that. I didn't catch all the. I didn't have me bad. I didn't have as much time to go through these notes as I would have liked. Been very busy with proposals the last week or two. So what's that turn out to be? Let me see. 0.79. That's 28. The calculation is correct. It's just that it's just a typo right here. This is supposed to be 0.79. Again, I've caught most of them. In fact, there's the last problem I didn't get to, and I corrected it and sent it to Schoolopedia to get it off to you. And again, I apologize on that. First time I did this class, so it's there's a little bit of a learning curve on my end, as it is on learning curve for you guys. Right? All right. So anyway, if you look at this here, okay. On a mass ratio, remember we talked about nitrogen ratio to oxygen. Okay, on the earlier slide here, back here, 3.76. That's on a mole basis. All right. If you look at it on a mass ratio, all right, it turns out to be 3.29. We're dividing here 22.17 nitrogen divided by 6.72. That's on a mass ratio. So a little bit of difference. So you got to be careful. The 3.76 is in your handbook, and I'll note where that happens. So that's the mass ratios. We talked about the mole fractions, all right. Then we're going to talk about the mass fractions here. We take 6.72 grams of oxygen, okay. If you look overall, 6.72 plus 22.12 for the nitrogen and 6.72 for the oxygen. We had a mass fraction of 0.233 or 23.3%. And the same thing in terms of mass fractions for the nitrogen. This is the total, right? Divided into 22.2, so you get about 76.7. So the numbers are different, okay? Whether you do it on a mass basis or on a volumetric basis too, all right? They have that in. Remember, we had that one problem. I think the combustion. We had one problem where we had to go through and look at it from a mass perspective. What's the amount of oxygen on a weight basis is 21%, and what is it on a? So what is it on an oxygen basis, on a weight basis?